there with the Fluker. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Fluker. Right. Oh, is that right? Okay.
Oh, there you go.
You tried to get me to him.
Hey, I'm going to pass one out.
Sure.
How are you? Good.
That is not going to keep somebody else. I mean, they're huge. And I asked them, they said,
Where are you from? Yes, sir. I got an answer for you, I hope.
Whether I like it or not, right?
Right. Well, look, I'm the type of guy you either love or hate. Nobody has ever said, you know that Gene Barber, he's an okay guy. It's usually, man, I love that son of a bitch. He's really nice. Or, he's the worst son of a bitch I ever met in my life. That's the only two things I've ever heard.
If you had money, you stayed east.
What do you think of the Patriot Act? Or do you know anything about it? Do you talk about it?
There's some good points and some bad points in the Patriot Act.
Yeah, there is.
Propane, call me. I got it.
Unfortunately, we do this, right? We do this. We swing from one extreme to the other. And when 9/11 happened, I can tell you where I was on 9/11, and it went this way, and it slammed up against the wall, and they got extremely nuts. I think a lot of it infringes on our Fourth Amendment.
Oh, it does more than that.
Yes, and so
But it does.
right, really bad. And here's what I think. I think it's been long enough that we need to re-examine the Patriot Law.
Yeah, which got reintroduced not even too long ago.
Right, but we need to re-examine that and go back through it and take what works and take what doesn't work out. And I am, if it's not in the Constitution, I'm a constitutionalist. But I'm practical. I realize that sometimes we got to kind of
Bend the rules.
Yeah.
Well, and on that behalf, the reason why I made the Patriot Act, when you read the fine print, anything can be a terrorist.
Yes, and I don't know why we haven't used it. Here's the thing. I don't know why we haven't used the Patriot Act against MS-13 and against the Latin Kings and against all these other gangs that are tearing up places like Chicago and Los Angeles and stuff.
Well, you know about the Virginia, right? All the people out there standing protesting with the
Yes.
Well, the next person the FBI want to hire up, finally called them to terrorists, and they're going to be dogs.
Yeah, but see, look, you're talking presidential issues.
Yeah.
Now, if I was your president, the first thing I would do is
dismantle it.
Oh, I would. There would be a killing. There'd be a bloodletting. Let me tell you.
CIA,
Look,
FBI.
look. I don't have my phone on you, or I'd show you. I have read The Art of War. I have read The Five Rings. I have read Machiavelli. Mm-hmm. There is a reason that when a new king came in, he killed everybody. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yep.
All right. President Trump, God love him, he was a businessman. He was not a world leader, right? He did not understand that. Because when you go into business, when I take over a business, it doesn't matter who's there. We're all working to make money. So we're all on the same page. So you're going to work for my interest, and I'm going to work for your interest. Politics ain't like that. So on day one, what he should have done is killed everybody. He should have fired everybody in the state. He should have fired everybody in the CIA.
He absolutely should have.
Yes.
I mean, the house should be clean.
Yes.
All the way around.
And that's what I would have done. And if I ever run for president and get it, that's exactly what I
would
would do.
mean the country would stay still until every got back
My acceptance speech would be, especially if I'm taking over for a Republican, right?
Yeah.
I would say, I ask all cabinet members to stay put and have your resignations ready. I will be going through this with a fine-tooth comb that would allow me to already have a functioning government while I kill everybody else in the bureaucrats. And then I could come back and do my cabinet. Then I could come back and do all that.
What you need to know as of this point right now is Democrats actually put in a new deal. Now what is it called? I keep on forgetting what it's called. The New Way Forward Act. Okay? What this does, when you get into the fine details, because a lot of stuff in there is executive order. But what the Congress is doing is actually the government's going to take control from the sheriff to be able to deport people. In other words, sheriffs can deport people right now, right? Now what they're doing is passing that New Way Forward Act to take that away from them. Number one, that's unconstitutional.
Yeah, that's unconstitutional.
Number two, very few people are actually above sheriffs. You know, if everybody follows the law, obviously. But the sheriff does have authority to arrest judges if they're out operating out of bad behavior. They do have authority to arrest other police officers out of bad behavior. You know, we do not need to pull anything on. You know, FBI cannot come in Clyde and do a raid without the sheriff.
Yeah.
You know, we do not need to go in there and pulling that away.
Yeah, that's the Indian about the goodness coming.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely understand. Absolutely agree with you. Hey, I'm gonna get out of here. I got a long way to go, and I got to get somebody home. So
All right.
I
Be careful out
appreciate
there, all right?
it. Yeah, I gave you my card, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
All right, I appreciate your vote.
All righty. You have yourself a good one.
I don't like the I don't like the He's probably got to get near that age. There's a reason my dad sent me here. You know what I mean? He was tired of it. I think that got I did.
Lost it by now?
Probably a lot of.
You want one of the cards?
What's the here?
In that game,
How you doing?
Not too bad. You sure look different than a truck driver right
I
now.
know.
small trucking company, right? Yeah, good stuff.
I've got,
I'm Joe from Ty.
okay, yeah, cool. Yeah. Nice to meet you.
And nice to meet you, Conley.
Yeah. I've got my Peterbilt sitting at home for 6 months, not getting any action. So costing me money every month to sit there.
You understand this.
Yeah.
I spent about 25,000 this century making stuff like this for people.
Yeah. What is that?
You'll see, you like it, you love it. That's very valid today. The 45 that your grandpa used to shoot people in the Philippines or Germany. Really?
Yeah. Yeah, my grandpa was in World War II.
It'll still be effective. So there it is. Boom. You like it.
Appreciate that. All right. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Pass it on, pass it on.
Hey, how you doing? Richard, nice to meet you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I've heard of it.
That's the one.
That's awesome. Yeah. I hope I didn't let you down. Yeah, we're talking about this fast. Yeah. So you understand on what the government gets in.
Well, you know, since I caught you over here, you don't have to mail me anything. You don't have to mail me a sign now, right?
Yeah, you got, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, we got it. I need some.
Save me one. That's a pretty good one, actually.
Yeah.
He was rescinded.
Yeah.
Of course. It's a bad time to run.
Yeah, I know. Well, I feel like I picked the right time to run.
Yeah. Well, I want to bring up to your attention, just in case you win, there's been a new thing that came up. So as soon as you come into office,
There's been a what?
a new thing that came up with Democrats. It's this right here. It's called the New Way Forward Act.
Yeah,
You looked that up. You did?
Yeah, that's for dreamers and everybody else to become legal immigrants to come back into the country. And
Well, when you actually go into the final details, what it is doing, that was behind the details, right?
yeah,
So when you start looking at them, they're actually going into the state and taking control where it's going to be illegal for the sheriffs to deport. Yeah, number one, that's going to be competition.
yeah, I agree.
You know, and how can Congress write the law unconstitutional? They're doing it.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Yeah, you got a long way back.
Yeah, I do.
That's another reason I want to.
But I think you stole mine. my back.
But I do become, I have been to,
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I like the Pink Floyd toboggans.
Well, you know, I got to get a catch. And I'm going to still try to figure out how I can mount this on my pickup.
Yeah, I
That
hear
way
you.
it's all, if you don't sit in my yard.
You want to take a second one?
Yeah, I'll just keep it in my yard too. But I'm going to mount one on my pickup. Where I go in that thing.
There you go. There's 2 more. That way you can get each side of it.
All right, because I know a couple of people I'm going to throw this for.
Yeah.
Okay? So, yeah. Once again, it's good to meet you.
Yes, sir. You too. Appreciate it.
Now, don't ignore me.
No. I just, like I was saying,
When's your next one? I know you had some
Yeah,
info on that
February.
one, didn't you?
we have one in Andrews, I think, on Monday. And then,
That's a handful there.
yeah.
that's the name of the
All right, I better get in there before they close that restaurant. Yes, sir.
Stay out of trouble with people that way.
Yeah.
well, since 1999.
Because when I raised my hand and swore the oath to,
How are you, sir?
Not too bad.
good deal.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
When I,
No, go ahead with him.
yes, sir.
Well, I just got a couple of questions. Number one is, how are you feeling about the Patriot Act? Because I've read all the way through there. I understand a lot of the
I mean, you know, listen. I'm a national security guy. I love national security. This is we depend on it. But you know, I also think there's some things in there that are very close to being a slippery slope. I mean, we got attacked in 2001.
Yeah.
And not on my watch.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen again.
Right.
So where's the line? Where's the line between our rights and our safety? Well, it's going to have to fall on our rights.
Sure
I'm
it
just going to say
does.
that. It's going to have to. And so there are some things in the Patriot Act that
It
are
needs
bothersome
to
to
be,
me.
yeah, it needs to
Okay?
get rid of some of
Well, some of the wiretapping and some of the stuff
Yeah,
like that is
Because-
very bothersome.
it is very bothersome.
The reason why I brought it up because I do study law and I
Okay.
do study the Constitution.
Yes, sir.
All right, and I know law has a totally different language to itself, and you got to look upwards in the definition to understand the law speaking in courts.
You're right. And okay, so let me give you an example of where I think this friction point is right now. Odessa, Texas. Over
Which I
Labor,
moved
over,
from.
over Labor Day. So if you know they had a shooter there, right? Now, what if this guy posts something on his Facebook and he says, "I'm gonna go shoot the world up"? Well, what do we do about that? What can you do about it?
Well,
What should we do about it?
You go ahead and answer that one. I'll
This is
answer
this
mine.
is the friction point right
oh,
here.
I know.
You know, because that's his.
He's got every
He
right.
has every right to say that.
Yes.
I mean,
But he don't have every right to act upon that.
you're right.
Right.
So that's the friction point, and this is where I think the Patriot Act, in my mind, is right up against that friction point of keeping us safe. Because I don't want another 9/11. Nobody in this country
Well, you
wants
don't want
that.
another Odessa shooting.
We don't
you
want
don't want
an
an El Paso
I
shooting.
don't want somebody going to my kid's school and doing
But-
that.
No.
You know?
That being said, that right there goes into Constitution is a legal, a living document.
I think there has to be
Okay, I'm one that don't believe it's a living document because the way I explain a living document of easy terms to a lot of people is if I rent a house for $200 a month with dogs, and my landlord decided to come back a year later and says, well, we're going to go ahead and raise it up to $200 a month and no pets, but you're not going to sign another contract.
Right.
That changed it into a legal document, or a living document.
I get your point. I know, I get your
So
point.
that living document,
It's a
it
little bit
needs to
problematic.
be ignored.
Yeah,
we
it's,
need to
it's
go
written
back
the way
to
it was
written.
written, and
Yep.
it should be interpreted in that way. And
Well,
But I do understand that
I
part.
think where you get into the rub there is interpreted what way? Your way or my way or his way?
no, interpreted the way it was written.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you got founding fathers
I'm outta
that
here.
particularly said
Thanks
Good,
for
brother.
everything tonight.
what it was meant for.
Are you gonna eat all that on the way home?
No, this is for Mark.
Now you got founding
But the
fathers.
thing is according to the founding fathers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And those who have studied what the framers intended,
Yeah, but there's a lot of instances where they're assuming they intended something there. They never specifically said something, and the Constitution can be vague in
in
places.
some places it can.
And So there's some rubs there, but in some places it's spot on. I mean,
Let me ask you this.
My kid could figure it out.
Do y'all think that you should be able to own F-16 fighter jets?
Yes.
That I should be able to own one
Yeah.
if I can afford it.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Fully
the only
armed?
reason why
Yeah.
is for my
Fully armed.
protection.
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Fully armed.
Fully armed.
Fully armed.
A tank.
Yep.
A tank.
Fully armed.
A
I've
surface to
never
air
been posed that
missile.
question, so I have to give it some thought.
It's the right to bear arms.
Right.
Oh, I know it is.
But is it right for you to have an F-16 that's fully armed with missiles that you can
Well,
take off out of here and do whatever you
absolutely.
want with?
The way I look at it, and
I'll get back with you.
Get back because this is an important question. When
It
I
is.
hear talk on the Second Amendment, I go, okay, let's talk about it. How did the framers intend that to be?
Well, the framers' intent was the right to bear arms to protect yourself
Against what?
Yeah,
No, it was
against
against
the
government.
against the
Right.
government.
Okay. So if we take that one step further, because at the time that they wrote it,
There was no F-16.
there was no F-16s.
No.
Okay, but there were muskets. There were.
they did have the most
You know,
powerful
yeah.
weapons at the time. So they made
There-
sure
there were
we, the
firearms.
people, had equal grounds.
Let's talk
with.
about that sometime.
Yeah, I mean that's interesting. I've never even actually
We're
Yeah.
not getting
been
kicked out,
involved
are
in
we?
a conversation.
Well,
like
and
that.
what it was is when they did that,
That's very
is we the people actually had level ground with the government, so it cannot be overruled. So the plane of today's modern deal, we're allowed to have, so it cannot be overruled. by
People
the
lose
government.
sight of the fact all the time, but that if you go to the D.C., you work for me.
Oh, 100%.
You know, but people lose sight of that. They think
Representative. It's
Yeah.
a service.
they think that
Well,
that
I work for you.
our congressmen and our senators
by the
are our
Constitution.
leaders, and in many
Well,
aspects they are. But
Leaders,
they're not.
that doesn't mean you don't work for them.
Right.
You know what I
And,
learned at the Pentagon when I worked for the chief of staff? Everybody draws the triangle like this, the pyramid like this. General Goldfein goes, and he flipped it, and he goes, I'm the servant of the Air Force. I work for you. If I can't organize and train you and equip you, I haven't done my job. I work for all 400,000 people, and that's an important leadership
Well, see,
lesson.
what happened
We're getting off
anymore
topic. Sorry.
was at one time was God, man, government. What government did is flipped it into government, man, God.
Tried to. They didn't flip it in my head.
Yeah,
Well,
that's right.
they succeeded because they're actually getting a lot of rights from us. I'm one of them ones. Is crime is an inter-party. That's it. That's done, and that's by law. That's by definition by Congress. That's by definition of our Constitution. You can do anything you want, as long as you do not harm someone else. And that right there
Infringe
is a
upon
crime.
their rights.
Yeah. So that is a crime. And besides that, you got the inalienable rights. A true man can go out and kill somebody. So a free liberty man has got that boundary where you do not harm others. So you're never a true free man. Your liberty is where that boundary is that I will stop and will not kill you unless you come upon me. But anything else, is not technically a crime.
Yeah.
Your wife took off.
And everything's by contract. If a house falls on, my tree falls on my house, we don't need to go to court. Me and the guy sit there and we can deal with this on our own. But
Yeah.
that guy now is convinced to go to court and technically brainwashed to go to court. Well, you must call the court so the court can decide. Why?
Don't leave just yet. I want to talk to you and Robin.
I'll get out, y'all.
No.
I think that are we eating supper together?
I don't know.
She said something about do we want to eat supper with the
Oh,
candidates?
okay.
Let's go find her.
Well,
Go
let me
find it.
shake your hand, by
Thank
the way.
you, sir.
Steve Hayes.
Joe Rowe.
I
I just
appreciate
moved
you
to
being
Clyde from Odessa, actually.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, be honored to have your vote and work for you.
All righty.
So, thank you very much.
Well, I have not decided, and you guys are making it tough.
That's a good thing.
Got to see the evil of evil and to know what you're fighting for.
Okay, I didn't really speak to everybody, but so far they've answered the questions pretty much correctly. And most of them understand the Constitution. I appreciate it there, kind sir.
Wow.
Well, I'm allergic to the cold. But it smells better out here.
Okay. I'm allergic to the cold after. If I had to walk home, I'd be allergic to it.
Yeah. I agree with you on that.
You have a great evening.
You do the same.
We're gonna do it.
Okay, get back to where we're at. So, everybody's talking a good game. Actions louder than words. And they're all pretty much even. And it's going to be a hard decision. Every question was asked by that one person was just follow along trails. Everybody just really agreed. And I didn't get to, everybody just kind of run bunks, you know. I guess next time I'm just going to have to push myself involved in it. And I know that I didn't get not record the whole thing because I am limited on space on my phone, y'all. And I really wish I could record the whole thing. And I just it's actually my first time to be in one, so I'm still learning on the process. Good picture there. This actually for Cisco, Texas. This is actually a pretty building. Now my phone makes it look bigger than what it is, you know, or smaller, I guess. But yeah. But you got to here's some of the little details. We need to get rid of that Patriot Act. This is putting non-terrorist people on a watch list and all that. So, y'all, it was a good experience for me. Was a little bit on the boring side. Depends how you look at it. It was definitely interesting. Will I go to another one? Absolutely. I do want to kind of hear people speak. Do I think they're doing these things the wrong way sometimes? Yes. There was no reason whatsoever that we the people could not stand up and ask during the stand-up. I understand they got time limits. No, sir. No time limits. You are running for the most important job, or one of the most important jobs, and then you're going to put a time limit? No. No. Suffer. You want to do this job? By gosh, you're going to sit there and answer we the people's questions. We're voting for you, and, you know, not everybody's got the same ideas. Not everybody understands the Constitution. And I am shaking, y'all. It's cold.